Hey guys, I'm Ganesh and welcome to part 2 of the Wall Tool Organizer video where I bring closure to this project and show you the final outcome. A little late in the day because this was completed back in September last year, but I got a little preoccupied at work and never managed to click a video. So without further ado, here we go. Isn't this amazing? This has turned out to be quite the way I wanted and I'm glad it did. So like I had described in the previous video, I had requested the help of a carpenter from Urban Company to do the carpentry bits, and he helped set up the board based on the design I had in mind. I made a drawing in AutoCAD with the dimensions in imperial units, that is inches instead of metric units like mm, because I wasn't sure if the carpenter was comfortable with the metric units. You can see the print of the drawing I had made. The board measures 48 inches by 48 inches and it has two shelves, one at the top and one at the bottom, supported by brackets. This is the dimensions of the bracket, and it also has two racks with holes drilled at definitive pitches for hanging the screwdrivers. Each rack and the brackets were screwed to the main board, and the board was finally screwed to the wall with heavy duty screws to withstand the total weight. And the good part about this board is it gives you a lot of flexibility and modularity to hang the tools the way you want it. I'll do a detailed video of the use of each tool maybe sometime later, but here's what it is. You can see all the consumables kept on the top rack. This is a torque wrench. I use it for tightening some critical bits in the car like the steering wheel nut and the engine oil drain plug. You have a hacksaw, the pipe wrench, the tower pincer, the pump pliers, the adjustable wrench, another version of the tower pincer. Then you have a clamp plier, you have the vice grip, you have C-clamps. The top two C-clamps were recently added to the list because I faced a trouble, compressing the pistons of the brake pads, and I had to do it in a different way. So I thought I might as well invest into larger C-clamps. These are Torx screwdrivers you see here. And Taparia is a really good Indian brand which makes a lot of Indian tools, and they keep updating their price lists and the quality is pretty good. Eastman is another company. Stanley and a lot of Stanley tools are imported from China. My experience has so far been good. I never had an issue where some tool gave up or the handle started spinning or something. These are all flat and Phillips head screwdrivers. This is a nice pick or a poker screwdriver. It's used for poking or making a hole in the object before you drill it. You can see the stubby screwdrivers here. These are like really helpful for the smaller applications where there's a limitation of space. You can see the different hammers here, claw hammer, a mallet. The mallet is very useful because it doesn't damage the surface on which you hit. Another one with plastic ends. This can be replaced as well. You can see it has been used for quite some time, and this head can be replaced. You can see the 1/2-inch ratchet, the combination spanners. This is a crimping tool which has replaceable jaws. You can undo these two screws here and replace the jaws. This is a digital vernier, although I've removed the battery because it has already been discharged once. It's not from Mitutoyo or some expensive company. It's just a fancy company. I got it from AliExpress. It does the job. I don't do any precision machining or manufacturing anyway. This is Stanley's crimping tool, which is a general purpose crimping tool. You can see the two, the large spirit level and the smaller one. It has a magnetic base, so it attaches towards it. You can see the wire gauge tool. You can see the ring spanners. Sorry. And this is a riveting tool. It's a small one, not the bigger one. I use it for riveting the number plates to the bumpers. And this is a heavy duty, I forget the name now. Okay, forget it. This is a small Jack Lee screwdriver kit. It has come in very handy for opening the laptop and doing the maintenance bits. The small box you see here, this has the 1/2-inch, 1/4-inch ratchet and the fittings. And this is a very handy tool that I made using a magnet and tray from the kitchen. It is used for storing screwdrivers whenever you do some work on the car. Otherwise the screwdrivers can get lost, so just attach it somewhere and the screws would just stick to the magnet on the top. That's a Allen key set, and this is again a very handy tool. I got it from Japan when I visited some time back. It's called a soldering helper. It's from the company Good. Some of you would have heard about Good. They make really good soldering irons. So this has like adjustable hands and limbs and crocodile alligator clips. What next? Then of course I made this tool for fixing the measuring tapes. I had one, but somebody just flipped it. That's a different story. These are half-inch attachments, T-bar and half-inch extension handles. And here I've got this extension cord neatly screwed to the back of the board, and the wire cable is routed through the bottom of it and it connects here. It's very handy for operating my laptop, which is kept right here. And this is my study table, and this is my bed here. So yeah, the board has come out quite well. I hope you like this video. In addition to the board, I had this rack here, which you guys must have seen it in the last video, which was kept in the kitchen, but owing to all the oily vapors getting deposited, I thought it may be a good idea to bring the rack inside the bedroom. And here's where I keep all the consumables, like cables and wires in one box, tapes, glues, adhesives, cable ties, and some measuring tools, some butt crims, half-inch sockets, tire valve caps, and some consumables like the tire cleaner, the all-purpose cleaner, things like that here. The windshield washer fluid, the car wash fluid, things like that. And here's where I keep some tools like my bench vise, my blower. I've got a mini grinder as well. Whenever I need it, I just take it and get it screwed to the dining table, which is also my part workbench. I don't have the luxury and space for having another proper workbench. You can see the screw jack from Maruti, which I got recently. And this is a heavy duty extension cord. I made it by myself. This reel is actually a welding reel for the aluminium welding. I got it from my shipyard, and they had thrown it away in the dustbin. I got myself this 3-core 1 square mm cable from the market, about 30 meters long. I wound it around this reel, and it works as a heavy duty extension cord. Really one of the better things to have happened. I kept this fire extinguisher. This was relegated from my car to this place because my car has a 2-liter extinguisher here. This is a 1-liter make. Here of course I have my jack stands and some car parts for the future upgrade, and some wooden planks left over. Of course, one of my cantilever boxes is still occupied because I couldn't hang many of the tools here. The way I see it, there's a good chance that this board is going to get extended. So I hope you guys like my video. If you have any comments, do let me know. I'd be glad to answer them. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care and stay safe.